We're going to look at another small chapter, a section of the Punctual Actual Weekly, a memoir of the Hawkeye Theatre by Michael Lyons. It was about in the 70s in Berkeley, and it's published in 2007. And it's got several chapters here. We're going to way down to the Appendix, Appendix A2, Episodic Imprint and the Liquidity of Consciousness. This is a collection of artwork by the painter Peter Loschan. It's also an interview with him, and there are some lyrical poems associated with the heads. This is Figurative Abstraction, of which he was a very great Bay Area artist in the 70s. It's about 40 pages long, and the interview is him speaking, and there's a great deal of good information about thinking about art at the time. The one on the lower left there in the grayscale is also the one on the cover, just to remind you of it there. These are beautiful figurative abstractions of heads. Here one of the heads speaks. My head rests on a pedestal of a long, elegant neck. I close my eyes and see a man within, the male side of myself, a man full of music even in the middle of the day. This figure seems to float in space, and it says, I am a lunar voyager, I float of the breath, rising on the scent to hover over the city like a warrior on a carpet of clouds. This figurative abstraction head looks somewhat angry to me. It says, a local, talking excitedly, rage, defending, against the world of the jacked in, coercing, dreaming. And the last two, the one on the left, seems to be embedded in a shadow. It says, in between the popular propositions of day and the immobile blackness of night, there falls the shadow of the spirit in the dispersion of our thoughts. Finally, the last figurative abstraction head might say, or might suggest, her nobility writes itself into your memory with a look that begins to occupy the space opened in your heart to perceive it. She puts herself into your head only to have you submit to your own mobility.